Hey y'all, hey, so welcome to another episode of Straight Out the Group Chat. I wanted to do a reaction video. I had fun on the Tyler Perry video the other day, so I wanted to do another one. This one is called, or I'm reacting to the documentary on Netflix called Tell Them You Love Me. It's a mess. So I'm gonna just give y'all like a high level overview of what happened in the story, what's going on, etc., etc. So first of all, Anna Stubblefield. Mm-mm. So she worked at Rutgers University, and if I'm not mistaken, Rutgers is like a highly esteemed university in the country. So she was a professor there. Um, but this is when I knew that she was sick. I knew that something was twisted about her and her family, or her specifically, when she said because her mom was involved with people that had developmental disabilities. So she was pretty much hands-on and helping them, progress to the next level and treating them like they don't have those disabilities or those incompetencies in a sense. So she definitely, her mom was active and her dad was active in helping people that had those issues. So keep that in mind. But when this Anna Stubblefield said when she was a little girl, her daddy or her mama, somebody got her some fake crutches. And then she said she learned how to walk with what's this thing? Like a covering over her eyes so she could learn to walk as if she was blind. Yeah. Don't have no disabilities at all. She's just wanting to pretend, and we was always taught, don't you pretend with stuff like that. That's not funny. That's not funny. Why would you want to have fake crutches and you don't have those disabilities for people? Like, why would you do that? So anyway, so Anna Stubblefield is her name. Okay, anyway. So John and Daisy. John is the son. He's highly intelligent, very articulate, well spoken, a black man that wants that loves his brother. Now his brother's name is Derek. They call him the man in the documentary. So John is a highly educated black man, and their mom's name is Daisy. So Miss Daisy she's pretty much taking care of Derek his whole life. But Derek has cerebral palsy. He is not in control of any of his faculties. He has to have on a pamper or like a diaper. Like his mom has to change it. She bathes him. She does everything. His mom is his life source for pretty much his whole entire life. So anyway, back to John. So again, John was going to get his PhD from Rutgers. And then he sees this lady, Anna Stubblefield, and she's, talking about how she does this thing they call it FC, but it's facilitated communication. So where basically people can't verbally speak, but they can type on like a little keyboard type of thing, and they can like type out what they're feeling. And so now, mind you, Anna was married. Anna messy, but Anna was married the whole time. So just keep that in mind as well. So Anna messy and she married. Messy. So she gets in. So John approaches her about helping his brother with, getting to a place where he's able to verbally communicate, where not verbally, but do the FC. And he's able to graduate and live a full life and become this whatever they want for him to be, live out his fullness of life. Okay, cool. So Anna visits their house, and she Miss Daisy, which is their mom, the mom of the two guys, John and Derek. She's like, okay, I've seen what she's done. I'm cool with this, whatever. So I'm gonna let her work with the man, or Derek, which is they call him. So this one I knew Anna was messy. I knew Anna was messy when she talking about oh, what would you want for me to call you? People have never asked you what would they like for you to call you, and I just want to get your pretty much, and I'm paraphrasing, but she was like, I just, I want to make sure that I'm referring to you in a correct manner. Like, what? Like, are you serious? Like, these people hired you to help their loved one. And you talking about, you trying to downplay them, number one, by saying, oh, nobody has ever asked you this. This is your first time somebody's asking you this. No, you being messy, and you messy. And no. So anyway, so they, she was working with him. They working together. So they ended up going like on these, oh God, the documentary was so messy. The documentary was so messy. So I could tell that something that was disgusting was finna happen, because the way Anna in the documentary, she kept like her whole personal affect, like she just was smiling, like, yeah, like, no, what you got going on, lady? So anyway, they had been around each other, and she made mention of her family maybe a few times. She made mention of her husband and I think she had 2 kids, but she was married to a black man, and she had 2 biracial children. And so she did that, and then they started going on these, like, first of all, he started going to class, and the teacher was talking to Anna and the man, which is how they refer to him in the documentary. So Anna and the man, she got a little keyboard out for him to type on what he wants to say. So one day she was like, they asked him a question, and he got upset with her because she didn't say what he typed out for her to say. And so my thing is, I'm like, first of all, when they show like the first sentences that he was like trying to convey, like what he was trying to say, he wasn't even forming full sentences. He was forming like phrases, and they were incomplete phrases. Like, he wasn't forming full sentences. He didn't have like subject verb agreement, whatever. But then this particular day, she's like, oh, he spoke to me, and he kind of, what did she say? She was like, he kind of like frightened her. Like, not, I'm paraphrasing, but she was like, he kind of like, I was like, ooh, like, girl, to me, it just gave like very sick. But anyway, I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna keep moving. And so she was like, they was going out on these tours. Like, they was going out talking to different people, like churches, different events, like different speaking engagements that they were going to. And so I think one day, at one speaking engagement they went to, and mind you, she taking him out, Anna is taking Derek out, they going out by themselves. Miss Daisy, his mama, she ain't nowhere in the mix. She's trusting her completely and fully to take care of her son. And so they had these speaking engagements. And so this particular engagement, they asked somebody in the crowd, or somebody asked Derek, or the man, they asked him, and it was like, well, how do you feel about ever being in love? And she was like, Anna was like, well, pretty much what Derek answered. He was like, based on my condition, I don't think I'll ever be able to be in love. And she probably was lying that he said that, but anyway, she said that he was like, I'll never be able to have love based off my condition. And oh my God, it's so much. Hold on, just bear with me. She was like, so then she went to him, and she was like, well, that day, that's when I wanted to tell him, I love you. So after this, I guess, after this is when they were, spending more time together. Now, remind you, this man, Derek, has cerebral palsy. So he's not in control of any of his faculties. Again, he has to wear a diaper. His mom has to take complete care of him, because he's also nonverbal, and he, again, not in control. And so they're trusting this lady to help them with his communication and his helping him get to a specific level that they wanted him to ascend to. But she got her own personal agenda. Okay, got it. So they start hanging out at the house one day, and so she was like, I don't know, I think she kissed him. Like, she kissed Derek. She kissed him. And she was like, that he was like, what are we gonna do from here? And she was like, I don't know right now, we'll just figure it out. No, he asked her this. Excuse me. He asked her, what are we gonna do from here? And she was like, I don't know, we'll just figure it out, whatever. So one day they at the house. One day, and by this time they already have had intercourse. And so, she feeling real good. She feeling real spicy about herself. She feeling like, I'm his woman now. His mama got to take a back seat to me, type of thing. Okay, got it. So they are at the house. So they end up going to his mom, and she pretty much told Derek to type to them that they were in love. That they were in love. And so, but to rewind, before that, they were in the car. And his mom is a down south very religious woman. So she play her gospel music. She goes to the church, things like that. What most down south women do, go to church. They believe in God. Their faith is very strong. And so the girl, Anna in the car, she turned the radio station. She said Derek likes to listen to, I don't know if it was opera music or something she put on the radio. And that's when the mom, Miss Daisy, came in and was like, that's when I knew something, like, I ain't like this girl no more. And I'm paraphrasing, but pretty much, I ain't like this girl no more. Like, somebody come get her, because she don't know who she's dealing with. And so anyway, back to my other point. She took, her and Derek went to the house and pretty much told his mom and brother that they were in love and that they had been intimate, and there was pretty much, he's just as much of a man as anybody else. Like, he don't need your help no more. Like, he good with me. And so the brother John, he said he had to go downstairs because he was livid. Like, he was so upset. He had to go downstairs and pretty much cool himself off, because could you imagine? Like, can you imagine? Like, I have trusted my family member in your care. I've entrusted you with this, and somebody with developmental disabilities, again, nonverbal, like, why would you? So anyway, the mom, Miss Daisy, and the brother John go to the police, and they like, something got to be done about this. Like, y'all got to do something about this lady, because she tripping. Like, I don't know, like, what are you thinking, lady? And so anyway, they go to the police, and then they set Anna up. So Miss Daisy, which is the man's mama, the mom, Miss Daisy, she calls Anna on the phone, and she like, hey, I need to know what all went on with you and my son. Again, I'm paraphrasing. You got to watch the documentary to get the full tea. But she's like, I need to know what all went on with you and Derek, because it's a lot going on. He not the same no more. He hitting me. He acting unusual, type of thing. And so this was the part that Miss Daisy is more woman than me. Miss Daisy is more woman than me. Miss Daisy a better woman than I'll ever be. Because when that lady sat on that phone and told her the graphics, like the graphic details on how she took advantage of this man And mind you, he is a grown man, but again, he's nonverbal. And you doing this FC or facilitated communication, we don't know how much of that is you really talking or him talking. So she is telling the mom, Miss Daisy, Anna is telling the mom, Miss Daisy, like, you know, we were in my office one day. I put some towels down, and yeah, and we rolling around. But see, my thing is again, like, it was just like she was just, it's kind of, to me, it felt like she was like bragging, or like she was like wanting to be in control of the situation, like. And then no, she told the mom that Derek doesn't eat meat. And Miss Daisy was like, "Oh, this news to me. He been eating meat his whole life. Like, stop this. You're not his mama and you don't know what he like. Stop it." And the gag is Anna is, never mind. Anyway, I'm moving right along. So they, again, she telling him, you know, Derek, she told him Derek want to move out. He want his own apartment. He want to do this, that, and the third. And so after they get the police call in, the police go to her and they arrest her. So then, you know, they take her to trial. She go through everything. And when her mama, Anna's mama, they had Anna mama on the TV, on one of the confessionals, and her mama was like, "Oh, I hated seeing how they treated Derek like he wasn't a human being. Like he couldn't even handle himself in the courtroom." And I'm just like, lady, like how disrespectful or delusional or whatever are y'all? Like, this man has no control over his body. He has no control over his body, and y'all sitting up here talking about he don't need help? No. So anyway, they found her guilty of, oh my God. And then the part that really made me almost cry was when at Anna's sentencing, because she got sentenced, they let the brother John, which is again the articulate, the college graduate, he was getting his PhD, well spoken, very well spoken. He went up there and he had a speech that he wanted to read to the court, and he pretty much was like, you know, she thought that he didn't have a good life. And again, I'm paraphrasing, but she thought that he didn't have a good life with us. She thought she was going to be a white woman to come help this poor black boy out of his circumstances. And he good. Like, that's what the brother was saying. He's good. Like, he don't need nothing to make him better than what he is. Like, he already him, pretty much. And so, and then when he talked about how when they were changing his pamper or his diaper and they saw scratches on his back, saw scratches on his back from this lady, and when they had their escapade. And so so she got sentenced, but she ended up getting out. She got out. You mad? Because I'm mad too. Did she got out because she went in front of, I think, a circuit court of judges or something. I don't know, something stupid. But they let her out. And she back outside. She back out in these streets. Talking about she working or doing something. But her first husband, that she was married to when she started messing with the man, he had done wrote a letter to the judge and was like, pretty much convict her to the fullest extent of law. Like, I don't want no dealings with her. Or she done did what she did now. And it is what it is. And so they gave her, I think they sentenced her to like, I want to say 12 years. I could be wrong. I don't know. But she should have got life. But she got out. I think she did like maybe 2 months. I think they said 2 months. And she ended up getting out messy. But now she was like, she don't have no job. She's not working at Rutgers anymore. And she pretty much lived like she do part. I think she worked part-time somewhere, something like that. But they also had another professor on there, or another man on there, and he was talking about how, well, they were all saying like how FC facilitated communication is pretty much, it's a lie. It's a lie. And how many of those people that use it, FC, they get taken advantage of because they're, again, nonverbal. And y'all, this one right here, I kind of wish I wouldn't have saw it, because it did make me sad, because it's like, why would you do that? Like, why would you do that to those people? And they trusted you with their loved one, and you had other motives. You had other motives, and I did not like that for her. Nasty. I don't like her. So I don't know what she doing now. Whatever she get, she deserve it. She was dead wrong for doing it to them people. And that's just it. And I said what I said. Anna Stubblefield. Hide your kids and hide your wife. Because this lady, I don't know what she got going on. But that was my reaction to this one. If I have any more, I think I'm going to hop on. I like doing these little reaction videos to documentaries and stuff that I watch on TV. But if y'all have any suggestions for me to watch anything. Oh, I also did watch The Man with 1,000 Kids on Netflix. 1,000 kids? I'm gonna do another video for that one, but that one was crazy. That one was crazy, y'all. So let me know in the comments what you thought about, if you had a chance to watch Anna and her nonsense. But it's called Tell Them You Love Me. Highly disturbing. Trigger warning if you know, trigger warning for sure. So be mindful when you're watching it that it's not an easy watch. It's definitely make you want to hurt something. So just be mindful when you're watching it. And let me know below what y'all think. Like I said, if you had a chance to check it out, or what you think about Anna Stubblefield. And I will see y'all in the next video. And I meant to add that at the end of the documentary, his mom, Miss Daisy, said that he now has a problem with he now has a problem with, I don't know how to say this on here without being too graphic. He has a problem now with pretty much pleasuring himself. And it's all because of her. Even after she was able to walk away pretty much scot-free, he still is having these issues. So they had to give him additional medicine on top of whatever he already has. And now this lady, she out somewhere living scot-free. But now Miss Daisy, who tried to downplay and override and overrule throughout the whole thing, is now stuck with this responsibility with her son.